Ta-ta-da-tum! Hello, Inners Doers! Welcome to my very first video about my haircut.
Okay, so we're gonna first do sideburns because get a nice clean edge with the clean razor because this gets hot.
I know, sideburns.
You want to do it before that heats up. And you want a nice clean sideburn. Okay, so we're going with longer on the top, shorter on the sides, right?
I know.
So we have our our half-inch guard. This is a number 4. So what is it important to do when you're having your hair cut?
Don't be scared.
And stay very still, right?
Yes. So, Inners Doers, all you have to do is overcome your fear of when you're at a barber.
Yeah. The person cutting your hair is usually really experienced with hair cutting, right?
It sure is, Daddy. Okay.
So you can see your hair on top. Is that looking like a good length?
It sure is.
Good, because we can't make it any longer at this point, can we?
I guess not.
Okay. You have nice, thick, curly hair.
Yeah.
That
I've been so responsible for getting the stick out of my hair, so
yeah,
on my scalp, so it doesn't get all itchy.
Right. So what are some tips for good hair care?
Keeping it clean with a shampoo.
Yeah.
And Daddy, you're doing great.
Oh, thank you, pal. You also are doing great at being very still. Now, do you see any spots I missed on top? Or should we go to the sides?
I guess not.
Okay. So we're using a number 2, which is a 1/4 inch guard.
Well, number 1 is an 1/8 inch. Number 3 is a 3/8 inch.
Yep. Exactly right.
Number 5 is a 5/8 inch. Number 6, 3/4 of an inch.
You've spotted the pattern.
7 inches is a 7 inch. And number 8 is a whole inch. Right, Daddy?
Right, true.
Number 9 is 1 1/8 inch. And number 10, 1 1/4 inch, Daddy.
Right.
And number 11, 1 3/4 inch.
Yeah, I don't even know if they make number 11s.
Well, I do, so and Dad. Number 12 is a 1 1/2 inch.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm doing very still.
great.
Oh my god. So, I had a loss.
Does your head feel cooler?
Sure does. I'm on top.
So what day is today?
The New Year's Day, January 1st. Grandpa's birthday today.
Yeah. And we're going to do a video for Grandpa's birthday too, because we're making him a very special cake. Do you remember what type?
Blueberry coffee cake.
Yeah, so we're going to try to combine blueberry cake, blueberry muffin, and coffee cake. It'll be a whole new recipe, right?
I know.
Okay.
My hair is showing.
And we're going to do a quick cleanup around your ears. It's very difficult to go around ears. So we're just going to come in here and go boop. Move your ear down and go whoop.
And Daddy are doing great.
Yeah. You are a haircutting superstar.
I sure am.
Now let's look. Now, a mature teenager like you knows not to be afraid of haircutting. What would you tell someone who's younger, who might be a little scared of the noisy buzzer or the blades or anything? What would you tell them?
Don't worry. It's really it's not very scary.
Right. Okay. Let's get this to lock in. There we go. Do some final cleanup right along the borders. The reason we can do this is this blade is longer than the other one, so we're not cutting the short hairs that we already cut, but we're getting everything at the fringe to make sure there's nothing longer than a 4, which is how long?
How long? Longer than a 4.
4 is, because they're by eighths, so 4/8 is?
1/2.
So nothing longer than a 1/2 inch.
So, this is it.
So what do you do after you get your hair cut?
Take a shower to clean your body.
Yeah, get a shower, clean your body, get all that loose hair off. The other thing you're going to do is go up and show Mommy how well it's done. And Mommy's good at discovering if there are any pieces that Daddy missed. It's a good way of...
So...
Okay. What do you think?
Pretty good.
What do you want to tell people?
Subscribe, like, and share. Andrews, we're sorry it's been a few frustration. But welcome to my newest episode of Hairdos and Hairdos 2.0. I said, yeah. I mean...
So what are you going to get done today?
My hair again.
Okay, so we're going to use a clipper to go short on the sideburns, and then shorter on the sides and longer on the top, right?
Yeah.
So we're using a guard that is, what does it say there?
1/2.
Half an inch for the sides, and a guard that's
3/4. 1/4?
for the top. So that, how much longer will the top be?
Oh no, 1/4, but what?
Now, one of the things that's important about haircuts is to have a calm body, right?
I know, but I mean, yeah.
We're using a pretty safe razor, but if you're moving around, your barber or hairstylist could accidentally cut you, and no one wants that, right?
Yes, but sometimes, and I was been complaining that I can't find any license plates.
Yeah? Can you tell people about what's good about license plates?
Yeah, well, I can't find better. Lucky Times, nanny to no matter how many kids or anything.
So, if you're out there and you see a license plate that says Nanny X and then a number, they should tell you about it, right? Right, Drew?
Yes.
Okay. But there are really long odds against that happening. So what are the odds of finding a license plate like that?
Like 1 over 26 to the 5th power times 10.
Yeah? And that'd be if there were only 5 letters and there were 6 letters, so...
And the X means times.
The X does mean times.
And the...
Probably.
Yeah, and for nannies, the X suggests how many kids they do.
Yeah. Would you like to be a nanny?
I'm a boy, so...
Well, you don't think there are boy nannies?
There are only girl nannies.
Why is that?
Because nannies are girls.
Why is that?
A nana is a girl.
Oh. So what do you call a boy that cares for children?
A daddy.
Well, nanny isn't a mommy, right?
Yes, but...
So would you like to take care of children?
Yes. Sometimes I want to think of a pattern while naming my kids. Stay.
So what kind of pattern would you like to have while you're naming your kids?
Maybe a number pattern or a letter pattern, something like that.
Oh, are your kids going to be named 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Maybe.
I think they'd want names, not numbers, right?
Yeah, I know. But, but the first letter of each number, and speaking of Olivia's name starts with the letter O.
That's right. So,
but Olivia Ferguson might not want siblings, and her friends don't want any more children after Olivia.
Right. So, we've talked about a fictional family who has all of their names in alphabetical order, right?
It's called, their names are the Bridgertons.
Yeah. Do you know the names of the Bridgertons?
No.
We talked about... Are they Alex and Ben and Chris and Dottie and...
Their names are Anthony, Ben, Benedict, Colin, Daphne, Eloise, Francisca, Gregory, and Hyacinth.
Yeah. And they get into a lot of Regency era adventures. I think it's Regency era. So, how do you think your hair's looking so far?
Pretty good.
Should we just stop here, or should we finish the whole thing?
We should finish the whole thing.
That's right. So going to get your hair cut requires a lot of patience, right?
Yeah.
Not like being a patient, like being a doctor's patient.
Yeah. Patience as in waiting.
Yeah? So what are some things you can do to have more patience?
By playing a game.
Yeah?
Imagining.
Yeah?
As Daniel Tiger's suggestion.
That's a good one.
That's
You can sing a song. You
or
can read a book.
instead of complaining, whining.
Complaining isn't being very patient, is it? Complaining isn't being very patient, is it? Is it?
Nah. But some people don't want to wait and want to do something now.
Well, almost no one likes to wait, right? Do you know that? Do you know if there are people? Do you know of people who just like waiting?
Like me?
Do you like waiting, or do you want to have
Yes.
things done quickly?
Yeah, it's not how life works to fast forward time, but
Right. Time goes fast enough on its own, right?
yeah, but
I remember when you were yay high.
But I want to talk. I mean, do not.
Calm body, please. True. Calm body, please.
I'm trying, but
Okay.
I'm not doing.
So now is a good example for Andrew's doers. What can you do to have a calm body and be patient?
Do lazy eggs.
Yeah. What could you do while having your hair cut?
Being calm. I'm
Yeah.
trying, but I'm.
So, what are good calm things to do?
Like lazy eggs.
Yeah. While you're having your hair done, I would say deep breaths are a good one. You can chat with your barber. What would you like to chat about?
Like, and sometimes you can be scared.
Right. Oh, hey, you can tell them about the new game that we're starting playing. What's it called?
It's Prime Climb.
Prime Climb. And what's the goal of the game? Where do you want to get your 2 pawns?
To 101, Tom.
And how do you get there? How do you get there?
I do not.
How do you get to 101?
By rolling the dice.
Okay, so you roll the dice, and then what do you do with the dice?
By landing on the numbers by adding plus, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. That's panda.
Yeah. So you do a lot of things that you wouldn't normally do with dice. Normally you just move a little bit. You'd roll a 7 and move a 7. But here you could be on 6 and roll a 7 and go all the way to 42, right?
But no.
Right.
Yes. But
Have you been winning?
yes. Sometimes no Prime Climb, and sometimes yes. No. Okay.
Okay.
How's that?
You're doing great.
Stay.
Calm. Okay. So, when you're to this point, you run your hands through your hair, and you feel all over, and you say, oh, is there something that feels long?
How is this, Daddy?
Yeah. There's a little bit right back here. It's a tough spot to get, that I'm going to just try to very quickly trim. Through.
I mean, yeah. This is probably bigger than. Sometimes I want it to be good, and I want. And don't forget to not complain about license plates, just like me before.
No? So you want to focus on things that make you happy, that you can control, right? Right?
Yes, but...
So what are some of those things?
But, no what? I mean, Daddy, I want to be... Options are not complain... Not go back to the past.
Right?
No.
Now, let's look in the camera. How's your hair look?
Pretty good.
Okay, do you think you're ready to show it to Mommy for a check?
Yes.
So, what are we going to say to your doers?
Subscribe, like, and share. And don't forget to buy merchandise. And take care.